The Pixel 11 lineup is not arriving until sometime in August, but over the past few weeks, leaks have already shown a huge amount of info about Google's next top phones, so by now we have a very clear picture of what they're making this year. At first look, the Pixel 11 phones might not look very different from the current ones. This is because Google is sticking with the same design again. They like the current look, especially the big camera bar that makes the phones easy to know. But even if the outside looks basically the same, most of the big changes are happening inside this year. Google is focusing a lot on the screen, cameras, AI, battery, connectivity, and overall day-to-day performance. One of the biggest changes for the Pixel 11 phones is the display. Google is using Samsung's newer M16 OLED screen across all the phones. This should be a very big step up from the older M14 screens used in phones like the Galaxy S26 and the iPhone 17. The new M16 screen brings higher brightness while also saving battery power at the same time. This is something you will notice right away every day. Colors should also look more real and natural, helping videos and pictures look cleaner and sharper. What makes this even more important is the battery saving. Brighter screens usually drain more battery, but with the M16 screen, Google is improving both things at once instead of giving up one for the other. The black edges around the screen are also a little thinner on all the phones, making the screens look cleaner and better. It's not a huge change, but it makes the phones look nicer. Inside, the whole Pixel 11 lineup is Google's new Tensor G6 chip built on a 2nm size. This is another major jump for the phones. Google is still pushing AI as the biggest selling point, and the Tensor G6 is made heavily for that. The new chip makes AI run much faster while also bringing better speed and saving more battery compared to older Tensor chips. The smaller 2nm size also helps keep the phone from getting too hot. This means the phones should handle hard tasks better while using less power in the background. Google is also putting the Tensor G6 with the Titan M3 security system, adding another strong lock to keep the phone safe. Another important change this year is the connectivity. Google is finally moving away from the old Exynos modems and switching to MediaTek's newer M90 modem. This should improve the overall phone signal and network speed during daily use. Older Pixel phones were often called out for bad signal, so this change could end up being one of the most important upgrades in the whole lineup, even if it doesn't sound super fun on paper. One of the more unique new things coming to the Pixel 11 is Pixel Glow. This is basically a built-in LED light system put right on the back of the phone. The lights support many colors like red, green, and blue. The system itself supports up to 8 different light options. Different colors can mean different notifications, calls, apps, or alerts, making it more useful than a normal light. Google is also using Gemini AI to make the features smarter and easier to change based on how the phone is used. That means the lights can change based on your alerts, daily habits, or behavior, instead of just flashing randomly. Moving on, the cameras are also getting major upgrades on all the phones. The standard Pixel 11 and the Pixel 11 Pro Fold are both using a new 50-megapixel camera sensor named Chemosh. Meanwhile, the Pixel 11 Pro and the Pixel 11 Pro XL are getting brand new sensors for both the main and zoom cameras, bringing even bigger changes to the expensive models. The Pixel 11 Pro XL is said to have a new 64-megapixel zoom camera for better zoomed pictures compared to the older model. Google already has a strong name for making pictures look great using software, so pairing new camera parts with Google's software could make the Pixel 11 one of the best camera phones this year. Even with all these changes inside, the phones still look very normal outside. Google is keeping the side-to-side camera bar design, which is basically the main look of the Pixel phones now. This year, the camera part uses a black color instead of matching the phone body color, giving the back a slightly different look while keeping the same overall shape. The whole Pixel 11 lineup is launching with Android 17 straight out of the box, bringing Google's newest software right away on day one. One of the biggest new things is Gemini Intelligence. This is Google's new AI system made to handle hard tasks all by itself for the user. Google is clearly pushing Gemini deeper into Android instead of keeping it as a side app. Android 17 also brings the power to make your own home screen widgets just by talking to Gemini Intelligence. Instead of building widgets piece by piece yourself, you can simply explain what you want and let the phone make it for you. Other new things like app bubbles and pause point are also put in as part of the Android 17 software. So, yeah, that's pretty much everything we know so far about the upcoming Pixel 11 series, at least the important stuff that leaked so far. We're still a couple of months away from the official launch, which means there's still plenty of time for more leaks and new info to show up. And if I missed anything important here, make sure to point it out down in the comments. I'll definitely be covering all the new updates and leaks as they keep coming, so think about subscribing if you want to stay updated on everything about the Pixel 11 phones. Don't forget to turn on post notifications, and I'll see you guys in the next one.